These are the 5 household items that are poisoning your body without you even knowing it. In one of my previous videos, I revealed 5 food items that are silently intoxicating your body. But what you probably didn't know, that for most of Europe, it is banned. That video went absolutely viral with over 300,000 views and 1,000 comments. Now, that's what everybody knows. But what most people don't know is while I was doing research for that video, I came across 5 other poisonous items. But these aren't food items, they're worse. Because they seem harmless, but have actually been proven to be the silent cause behind your fatigue, brain fog, hormonal disruption, poor sleep, and chronic inflammation. And trust me, these aren't the usual toxins that most people talk about, like the shampoos, the cosmetics, or the cleaning products. These are everyday household items most people have no idea are quietly adding to their toxic burden. Hi, my name's Adam. I'm a detox coach, and let's start breaking these down one by one. So the first toxic household item is air fresheners. Now, these come in all different varieties. You've got plug-ins, sprays, car fresheners, and even the ones marketed as natural are not good for us. So most people think that air fresheners are actually cleaning up the air in their homes. And trust me, they're absolutely not. Essentially, they're masking odors by releasing volatile chemicals that your lungs absorb directly into your bloodstream. Many air fresheners emit phthalates, formaldehyde, benzene, and also synthetic fragrances. These are compounds that are linked to multiple studies showing things like hormonal disruption, respiratory irritation, and also nervous system stress. Formaldehyde is a known carcinogen. Phthalates interfere with endocrine signaling, especially testosterone and thyroid function. So look at it like this. Think of your lungs like a sponge. Every breath pulls in compounds straight into your body without filtration. And unlike food, there is no digestive barrier, so you're basically mainlining chemicals straight into your body. So I've worked with so many clients that have been dealing with headaches and brain fog, and one of the first breakthroughs came when we removed the constant fragrance exposure. It wasn't adding in supplements or some new fancy protocol. It was just stopping the chemical fog in their home. So what is the fix? Essentially, remove synthetic fragrances completely and open your windows daily. The thing is, indoor air is often significantly more toxic than outdoor air because household products off-gas VOCs and can build up inside the home. So the research shows that these common indoor air pollutants like volatile organic compounds, which are VOCs for short, can be up to 2 to 5 times higher indoors than outdoors. So the fix here is you can use essential oil diffusers sparingly with real oils. Or you can use natural odor absorbers like baking soda or activated charcoal to remove any unwanted smells in the home. So clients who make this really easy shift often report fewer headaches, clearer thinking, and better sleep within weeks. It's one of the fastest wins that you can get. By the way, these toxic household items that I'm sharing with you today are just a part of the bigger picture. To truly improve your health, you need a simple daily plan that helps get the toxins out and boosts your energy. So if you want my 10 starter tips to begin detox today, click the link below and download them. So now that you understand how inhaled toxins quietly affect your hormones and your nervous system, let's look at something in contact with your body every single day for 7 to 8 hours straight. So the next toxic household item is conventional bed sheets. So conventional bed sheets are often treated with flame retardants, wrinkle-resistant chemicals, and formaldehyde-based resins. These sheets are designed to survive dozens of washes, which means they also sit against your skin night after night. Your skin is your largest organ. So during sleep, blood flow increases to the skin and your body shifts into repair mode. And that's also when chemical absorption increases. Flame retardants, particularly brominated compounds, have been linked in studies to thyroid disruption, fertility issues, and neurological effects. Formaldehyde exposure has also been associated with skin irritation and respiratory stress. Trust me, this is a household toxin that almost everyone I consult with overlooks until I call it out. I've seen this across hundreds of home audits over the years. And trust me, when we map back the symptoms to the daily exposures, this is one of the most consistently missed pieces. So you want to switch to organic or linen sheets that are certified free of chemical treatments. Also look for the GOATS certified bedding. Also, pro tip, you want to wash new sheets before using them with fragrance-free detergent. What I find fascinating is ancient texts reference fabrics like linen and wool for their rest and healing properties. These natural fibers are measured to emit higher, more coherent frequencies versus synthetic fabrics. And the human body resonates more with those natural frequencies, especially during rest and recovery. You literally spend a third of your life in bed, so swapping these out matters more than most people think. So if what touches your skin for 8 hours really matters, imagine what happens when toxins leach directly into your food. The next toxic household item is plastic food containers and Tupperware. Now, there's a common assumption that the danger with plastic containers is only when they're old and they're visibly damaged. Trust me, that is not the case. Plastics can leach chemicals even when they look perfectly fine. Many plastic food containers release compounds like BPA, BPS, phthalates, and endocrine disrupting chemicals. Now, these chemicals are especially prone to leaching when plastics are heated or they're scratched or exposed to acidic or fatty foods. Just think about how often you can be exposed to these chemicals. You've got leftovers reheated in plastic. You've got hot meals that you store directly into those containers. You've got food sitting in plastic in the fridge for days. These chemicals mimic hormones in your body, so they interfere with estrogen, testosterone, thyroid signaling, and even insulin sensitivity. This is one of the reasons why I see so many people with unexplained hormone issues and metabolic problems, even when their diet looks clean on paper. Your liver has to process every single one of these exposures. And over time, this constant low-grade chemical load can clog up organs like your liver and slow down its function. The fix is straightforward. Switch to glass, stainless steel, or ceramic containers for your food storage. Also, never heat food in plastic, even when it says it's microwave safe. And whilst you're at it, ditch your microwave too. It literally... all it does is nuke your food. Now, this is one of those exposures that compounds over time, and you want that compounding in your favor, not slowly working against you. One small switch like this reduces your daily chemical load and takes the pressure off your system and removes the burden your body never needed in the first place. I get it, it's not dramatic, but when you're consistent, it removes a major daily burden from your body. So now that you've seen how chemicals can quietly leach into your food, let's look at something that coats your plates, your cutlery, and glasses pretty much every single day. The next toxic household item is dishwasher tablets and rinse aids. Trust me, this one most people never consider. Because the thing is, we assume dishwashers just clean everything off the plate, right? Dishwasher detergents and rinse aids are designed to leave microscopic chemical films behind so the dishes dry without streaks. Now, these products often contain surfactants, synthetic fragrances, preservatives, and compounds that act as endocrine disruptors. Now, rinse aids in particular are engineered to reduce water surface tension, which means they're designed to stay on your plates. So every time you eat, you're potentially ingesting trace amounts of these chemicals. I see this overlooked constantly. People focus on the food quality, but forget that the surface the food touches also matters. For sensitive individuals, this can show up as digestive irritation, nausea, skin reactions, unexplained inflammation that just isn't able to get resolved. So you're asking, Adam, what's the fix? The fix is pretty simple. You want to switch to fragrance-free, low-toxic dishwasher detergents, or better yet, make your own. Avoid rinse aids entirely if you can, and also add an extra cycle or let the dishes air dry naturally. Some of my clients even choose to hand wash certain items using clean, minimal ingredient soaps. It's like going back to how Granny used to do it. It's another example of how small environmental changes create outsized health improvements over time. So now that you've seen how chemicals can enter your body through the air, your skin, and your food, the final exposure is one people defend the most, even though it affects them every single night whilst they sleep. The final toxic household item is your bedside phone charging setup. Your phone on your nightstand, plugged in, right next to your head. Have you ever thought of your phone as a toxin? So at night, your body is supposed to be in a deep repair mode, and your phone becomes a constant source of electromagnetic stress, even when it's in flight mode. Phones emit non-native electromagnetic frequencies even when you're not using them. And when they're charging, that exposure increases. I'm talking notifications, background data usage, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. All of this creates low-level signals that your nervous system has to process. Sleep is when your brain clears waste through the glymphatic system. Your hormones reset and your nervous system downshifts. EMF exposure at night, it interferes with your melatonin production, it disrupts your sleep, and it keeps your body in a lighter, more alert state when it should be completely offline. When I do my onboarding calls with my private clients, I'm always shocked at how many health conscious people still sleep with their phone right next to them. I hear the same thing over and over again. I sleep 8 hours, but I still never feel rested. And the moment that they remove their phones from the bedroom, instant game changer. Their sleep quality improves almost immediately. Their energy the next day takes a huge jump without changing anything else. So the fix here is very simple. It is very effective. Do not charge your phone next to you in the bedroom. You want to completely remove it from your bedroom. Listen, if you need an alarm, go buy an old school alarm clock. Trust me, Granny knew what she was doing. I personally have an old school alarm clock next to my bed. Really basic, but it does the job. It wakes me up. Also, you want to turn off the Wi-Fi at night if you can, or at least create distance from all of your electronics. You can even buy a Wi-Fi timer so it automatically shuts it off whilst you're sleeping. So these are the 5 household items destroying your health slowly. Your symptoms aren't permanent. They're just your body reacting to the daily exposures. If you want to start my 10 starter tips to start detoxing today, click the link below to download them. And make sure you watch this video next where I share my 5 health essentials to get started on your detoxing journey.